Everyone knows that I'm not a big fan of these electric motocross bikes by any means, but doesn't mean that I'm not open-minded to learning about them. So today I'm headed down to Hamilton, Ontario, Canada to go meet up with my boy Shae at Electric MX, who is a custom e-bike builder, so he can drop some knowledge on me, and I'm bringing you guys along with me, so let's roll.
Just arrived at Electric MX.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Electric MX headquarters here in Hamilton. Yeah, so for my grandfather, 60 years ago, built this electrical warehouse where we sell, panels, pot lights, wiring, tech cable, everything for like residential, commercial, and industrial applications. So and then my dad worked here his whole life, and he was a pro motocross racer in the 70s and got me racing since I was a young kid. So then, I became a master electrician. I did go for electrical engineering, but focused on my 309A electrical license and got my master's license and became an electrical contractor in Ontario. Do various jobs, from small jobs to very large industrial jobs. And I've always just had a passion for motocross. So as soon as I started to see and get some money built up where I could invest, I started bringing in some products, testing them out. The Churons were pretty much like the first electric kind of dirt bike, we'll call it. It's more like a crossover between a mountain bike and a dirt bike, and that was kind of the first one to come out. And I brought some of those in, and they sold like crazy. Everyone started to really like them, and that market has blown up where there's that like kind of that intermediate stage where it's not racing, because electric does have, just like electric cars, there's that limitation for the battery, right?
Correct.
So you can't just fill it with gas and keep going. You always have that limitation of the battery. So it's really good for recreational, and I even started to get into now is like riding on the street with like the wheelie boys, because now the cops don't give you a hard time because there's no noise. They don't even notice you.
Yeah.
Like we go ripping around the streets here, and before with my dirt bike, everybody would be all over me. I had a bunch of court cases with my neighbors just from noise.
Oh, really?
And then now with the electric bikes, nobody even bats an eye at me, and it's a lot more friendly.
You got the motocross background.
Yeah.
And you went to electric.
Yeah.
But you're also doing conversions where you'll take a 450 frame or 250 chassis or whatever the case may be, and you'll make that bike 100% full electric.
Exactly.
What's the process of going through all that?
Yeah, so with the custom builds, there's two ways to go about it. You can get a generic battery, which is like say around the $2,000 mark, a generic motor, which is like around the $1,000 mark, and a controller around the $1,000 mark. So you're about $4,000 in, plus all your custom mounts and everything for each bike. A few companies have started to develop like again generic mounts where you kind of modify them into your bikes. But I luckily have a friend in Niagara Falls, Bill. He helps me out a lot. He's got like a lathe and a CNC cutout in his garage, and he builds everything for me, and he's been into the electric bikes even longer than me, and he's got into building custom batteries. So we maximize the space. So instead of spending the $2,000 and being limited to the battery that's built in a square box, we actually custom make a battery to go with the frame, and we solder all, and we fit as many, if you think about it, like as many like D-cell batteries, as many of them as you can possibly fit inside the frame. We go about that to stretch and get as much battery life as we possibly can.
Okay, now how do you compare, say, a custom bike that you're building, say a 450, as a comparison to horsepower to an actual 450 combustion motor?
So I still ride both, don't get it twisted. I still have the need for gas. It's not like something to replace it. It's just, if you can, you have both, right?
Yep.
So I have a 450, and I have an electric Yamaha that I'm just about to finish off right now.
Okay.
And it will be pushing 65 horsepower.
Oh, really?
So right about the same as a 450.
Wow.
I also have an electric Suzuki that's in a 125 frame, and it's more of like a generic build. And that one is directly comparable with the 125. It was a 125 two-stroke before, and it's an electric 125, we'll call it now. And yeah, it's very comparable. So all you have to do is power wash the bike. You generally don't have to do any maintenance, except you keep an eye on your chain. It's the same thing we do with chain
moto stuff.
Clean your chain, lube your chain, and keep it clean. Some things that have happened to me is like I've had like the throttle break, and then that can happen on a dirt bike too, right? You could have that issue on a gas bike as well. That was sometimes you have like some loose wiring occur, and you just have to keep an eye on that sort of stuff. Sometimes it's like in your car where sometimes you get into a nightmare and you can't find the little gremlin, but other times it's right in front of you.
That's true.
On the custom bikes, we wire them up so I kind of know everything I've done, and I kind of know where to look if there is a problem. A lot of it's kind of monitored on an app on your phone too. The controller is like the brain for the bike, right? And it kind of gives you feedback if there's anything going wrong, and you can keep an eye on it that way too.
With some of with the e-bikes that you're building, can you actually change like the power to rate ratio as well on an app or something?
Yeah, on an app you can adjust like your throttle curve. You can adjust how much power you want to hit and when. Like if you want it to instantly, if you touch the throttle like quarter turn, say you want it like I don't know, for instance, you had an injury and you had a bad wrist and you couldn't twist your throttle all the way, and you wanted to make it hit harder at quarter throttle or half throttle, right? All that stuff is completely adjustable on the app.
Now I just want to take a look at the shop, man, and see what you're working on. If that's possible.
Yeah, check it out, man. Let's see what we got here. Mostly just electrical stuff here, and you can see here we run a business out of here. I run my electrical contracting business out of here too.
Okay.
We got a full warehouse with a forklift in the back, so it makes it easy for me unloading and loading the bikes and stuff when they come in on the skids. And yeah, we got everything from your basic household wire. We got pot lights. We got outdoor lighting. Everything here. This shop is geared mostly towards electrical distribution, where I just kind of piggyback the electric MX onto it and bug my family, and they kind of help me out a little bit and let me store some bikes in the back.
Want to give you a quick run through of what we got going on here at the shop in Canada. We're the Canadian e-box distributor, so we got the dragsters and the 2.0s and batteries and stuff in stock and ready to go. If you would like to purchase, you can hit up the website at electricmx.ca, or feel free to call me or text me on Instagram _electric_mx. We also got the new 12-inch and 16-inch kids balance bikes. These are going for $600 Canadian and $400 Canadian. We got the KTM 150 2021 last gen with the carb on it. With the mix in the fuel. If you ain't mixing gas, you ain't hauling ass, as they say. So yeah, beautiful bike. Was riding this at the indoor track up in Butler, PA at Switchback. We had an amazing time out there. This is for sale for the low, $4,000. We got the QS motor in there. We got the swappable 72 volt packs, and yeah, she's a ripper. So if anybody's interested in that, let me know. We got a demo model 2.0, a Gen 1, $2,200. This one was literally rode for a few hours. The knobs are still on the tires. So yeah, if you're interested in that, let me know. Cash deal. Then we got the dragster, brand new dragster assembled. Those are going for $2,200 plus tax. Brand new, no discounts, no options. That's the price plus tax on all of them through Electric MX. Then we have this bike is around $3,000. This is the 3.0 Supermoto 72 volt beast. If you're a builder, bike builder, that's kind of the way it's going to go. So just so you know, a brand new 2.0 would be $2,400 plus tax, which we do have those in stock, the V2s. We have glasses, really cool glasses for $50 a pop. We also have all the stock of the e-box stop distribution parts. So if there's anything you guys need, just feel free to let me know. I'll give you guys a quick run around this side so you can see the other side of all these bikes. Pretty cool. Again, here's the back tire with all the nubs on it. This is probably the best deal going right now. We're also getting into tubes and tires and setting everything up there. So we're going to be selling for pivot tracks. They have great sand tire for the motocross bikes. They have enduro style tires. They got great pit bike tires, so we're very excited for that as well. Soon to come to the website. Okay guys, any questions, hit me up. Which bike would you want most? Comment below. Thanks guys. Ciao.